It's your boy Greenruff here, back with another video, and today I got a special video for you guys, man. Today we're gonna be back with kind of like the discussion series I kind of wanted to do this week, but then we kind of had we got some content for Legends. I thought it was gonna be another dead week, and I thought next week they was gonna like amp it up, but we actually got some, we got the 6 news Gokus coming out. That was pretty lit, like free. I know like a lot of people are complaining that they're not really the best in terms of the abilities and stuff, but that's 6 free units. Like what could you be mad about? Like it's 6 free units, you know what I'm saying? 6 of them, like that's dope. That's dope. I mean, at the end of the day, that's something dope for us to grind and for us to do. You can't be mad about content. And then we had the new EX Zenkai Gohan. It's been a minute since we had a new EX unit that got a Zenkai, so I had to make content on those real quick. Had to upload. I think I uploaded a ton of videos like yesterday. I uploaded a lot. Like that was crazy. So that's why yesterday I didn't live stream or everything, because I was burnt out with so many videos I dumped yesterday and everything. Hope you guys understand that. But yeah, we're back with the discussions. The last one I did was my honest take about PvP, or not PvP, Zenkai's, right? And it was a pretty good discussion. I feel like you guys liked it. You guys commented, and I understood you guys' point. I just feel like Zenkai should have been a little bit toned down. That's all I asked. A little bit toned down, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like adding the two extra unique, I feel like that was the biggest flaw in my opinion, because that's just so valuable, right? You already put it down to 7k CC to Zenkai 7 them, and then you get in that, and then you're also reworking the old unique abilities and their main abilities and all the other stuff, and then you're buffing their stats. Like just so much stuff, just so much. It's too valuable. So I felt like that's what they needed to do, and I felt like they would have still been solid. It would have been solid, but it's not overpowered. And then giving the new units actually some shine as well. So they both would have had some really good pros and cons, but one outweighs the other like by a margin. So that was a pretty dope video. So we're gonna be back doing like this discussion thing, like my honest review about stuff. And for this video, we're going to be talking about PvP. PvP is going to be really interesting and everything. I'm just going to, once again, just give you my thoughts on the matter on PvP right now. And then you guys just comment down below what's your take on it. And then I just, we just chat down there, you feel me? So let's begin. So first of all, I kind of want to read the tweet from one of the top Dragon Ball Legends YouTube. Everybody loves this man. We're going to check out this tweet from Ryuden. So Ryuden, you guys know the GOAT, the Super Saiyan 3 God, you feel me? He made this tweet a couple days ago. He said, I don't know what it is lately, but I've just had zero patience with the crap in Legends. Lag, PV, both these guys are irritants for putting the game down for the day. Used to tolerate it, but I can't. Now, this guy makes videos. He makes PV videos every single day. And he made this tweet. Now, I kind of agree. I just felt like lately the lag has increased. Like I just feel like, bro, like there's so many laggy matches, more than ever. Like it was to the point where it was just like I was trying to make a video and I had a laggy match, right? Just a lag switcher, and the match lasted for 13 minutes. I was recording for 13 minutes, 13 minutes match. And that match right there just made me stop playing the game for the day. I was like, you know what? I can't. I'm not playing PvP this day. I'm gonna give it a break. All it takes is one match for you to just put the game down, because it just frustrates you. Because like you could have won the game, but then you're just facing so much laggy match. Bad inputs is so annoying as well. Like any little thing that could have gave you the reason why you won, and like that stuff just takes over from you. It pisses you off, right? So it's a PvP match, you want to win, and then like there's someone that's kind of like messing your rhythm, your style up to win that match. All it takes is one match, and it can turn you off from PvP, bro. And like Ryuden said, like PV, I feel like PV is a problem, but I feel like you also need PV, because if we have PV out the game, everybody's gonna be doing the blast and then vanish, and then they're just gonna run up and tap you, and then they're gonna just keep doing that until whoever uses up their vanishes more. So that's gonna just pretty much gonna be like that. So you kind of need PV in a sense. I just feel like people are kind of like not abusing it, but it's like they're so scared of initiating an attack, because being aggressive, like you get no rewards of being aggressive. Like that's my play style. I'm an aggressive play style. So whenever I start off with a match, like what everybody does is just slide. They slide and then they start sidestepping, slide and sidestep. You do that, you can pretty much proc a PV if you time it right. And people are scared. People are scared to initiate because once you get a PV, that combo, the combo that your enemy's gonna do to you is gonna be nuts. It's gonna do a ton of damage, and the first combo, whoever lands, this is my take. Whoever lands the first combo of the match has like the great momentum. It has a great momentum because one, you're gonna be farming up Dragon Balls. You're gonna be doing as much damage as possible because every unit is really strong, right? Every unit is very strong, and they could take a unit down to half health instantly, like quickly, right? So that first combo is big because first of all, they're gonna use a ton of cards, farm up the Dragon Balls, right? And then bam. So after the first combo, the person that just took all that damage has to be careful because if they attack again and they get PV'd again, or something bad happens, something like say the combo just doesn't work for them, like say they initiate and they lose again, right? They lose again, and then that person gets another combo. Basically, in the second combo, the second time they do a combo on you, they probably have their rush. If not, they're like really close to having one. And all it takes is 2 combos, basically. And then you have your Rise and Rush. Then they Rise and Rush you. Then, you lose a unit, and like, bam, like you're already at a disadvantage right there. So I feel like that's also a big thing. Like, just, I don't know, like maybe the combos is nuts and stuff, like perfect vantage. Like all it takes is a perfect vantage, and that's why everybody's so scared of initiating, because even if you do like try to play aggressive, like we really don't get no reward for that. You have to play passive. There's a ton of units now that can also counter you, like say Super Saiyan 3 Goku. All they do is float back, wait for the green card, right? And then they get a combo. You have Namku. You have a lot more counter units now. People are just scared to initiate, bro. But you have to do that because you have to win. Like that's the way to play, in my opinion. I just don't like that type of play style. But another thing I just don't like about PvP is this, man. It's so many RNG factors in PvP. I always talk, if you guys tune into my live stream, I always talk about this. I always talk about in PvP, there's just so many RNG factors, like, and it could be a reason why you lose. And like, my take on it is the devs don't want this to be a skill-based game, right? Just because you could have, for example, you could be beating someone, right? You could be playing so good. You could be not getting touched. You're playing great. You're key canceling great. You're vanishing all their attacks. You're just playing great. Like they're attacking you. You're countering with a strike. You're just playing super good. They pop a blast card. You pop in the blue card. You're playing super great, right? You have great momentum, and bam, you Rise and Rush. You Rise and Rush that dude, right? You're playing great. You Rise and Rush, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna take this guy out. This is about to be over. He guesses your Rise and Rush, and then next thing you know, the momentum turns into his favor out of nowhere. Once he guesses your Rise and Rush, he gets the momentum. He attacks you. He Rise and Rush your opponent. Your character, and then your character dies. Now it's a 3v2. All that work you put in goes down the drain just because you got your Rise and Rush guess. Like who here like knows that? Like you was playing great, then you Rise and Rush, you get guessed, and then the person that you was just beating up on, Rise and Rush you don't guess theirs. The next thing they have the momentum, and then you lose that match because of that Rise and Rush. If you'd have had your Rise and Rush not getting guessed, you would have won that match. But the fact that you did get guessed and you didn't guess theirs, they came back and beat you, right? And I feel like for PvP that kind of sucks because people just hate losing by those type of RNG. It's just, there's too many RNG in PvP. Like I could list it now. Okay, so first of all, there is like, there's a whole 14-star compared to like 2-star units. You don't know if you're gonna face a whale or you're gonna face a like a free-to-play unit. You know what I'm saying? Like there isn't nothing equal, right? There's 14-star units you could face against someone that has a 6-star unit, right? Then you have like the whole color thing is you can't even run. You pretty much can't really run like a triple mono yellow. You can't do that, bro, because you have to be wary of, say you face a red, say you face 2 red units and you run a triple yellow, like you're gonna be screwed, right? Like I feel like that's also a thing you gotta pray, like this you don't face, if you're trying to run a team that has more color on this side than the other, you got to pray that your enemy doesn't have, like, you know, the other color to counter you, right? That's also a thing. I feel like not only that, Rise and Rush mechanic, the best, like the strongest mechanic in the game is the RNG, right? You gotta, first of all, like with Rise and Rush, first of all, it's the Dragon Balls. You gotta hurry up. You gotta hope that you just get your Dragon Balls as fast as possible. No matter, you could be having so much more combos than the other person, but if the Dragon Balls, like, is just not showing up for you, then it's gonna be against your favor, where the person that didn't land as much combos on you can still get the Rise and Rush before you, which makes no sense, right? So you gotta hurry up and get the Dragon Balls. You gotta hope the Dragon Balls rate is on your side. Then when you Rise and Rush, there's a factor where hopefully your deck isn't full of strike cards. Just imagine when you Rise and Rush, how many times where you have four cards and they're all strike cards. It's like, well, dope. I can't pick another card. I gotta pick strike, and then they guess that because you had no other options, right? You also have that RNG in there. Not only that, you have the little class impact, right? When you're clashing with the person, and you got to hurry up and like fill the meter if you have the highest number, like 999. You know what I'm saying? That's an RNG factor, because sometimes the scale moves really, really fast. Sometimes it moves slow. You just don't know what type of speed you're going to get from that. That's also an RNG factor. Not only that, you got the perfect vanish, right? Because, I mean, you could actually manipulate perfect vanish. Like Prof, like I watch him, he knows how to manipulate. But sometimes people don't know what they're doing and they just get the perfect vanish. Like, it's like, wow, like this guy is just swiping and he just got the perfect vanish on me. Like, I can't do nothing, right? You also got that. There's also some other things, bro. Like, there's actually some other things that I still don't want to really, that I could really get into. Like, so many more RNG factors in PvP that could be the reason why you lose the game. You know, like, oh, getting another Rise and Rush. Like if your opponent Rise Rush you, and then, you know, he, like I said, goes back to the Dragon Balls thing, he could get a second Rise Rush and use it on you. Like, that also sucks. So there's so much RNG, and that's why it's hard for me to play PvP so serious, bro, because there's so many times I lose and it's based off RNG. No matter how good I play against my opponent, it's just like they can still come back and win. And that's kind of what the devs want PvP to be about. It's not really more about, they want it to be all about skills. Like, there is some skills. I'm not gonna lie, there is some skills. Like, there's some units that you gotta be really good with, like UI Goku, Namku, Kid Buu. But there's just so much more RNG compared to skill. Like, there's still some skill. Like, you gotta know how to drop combos sometimes. All that stuff, landing a counter green card. Like, there's some skill in there. I'm not gonna say everything is RNG, because the top players, they're there for a reason, right? They definitely got the skills and everything, right? They know what they're doing. They know certain units have a long animation for the blue cards or green cards, right? All that stuff. But there's so much more RNG as well, where the top player can lose to like a free-to-play unit because the RNG. Like, say if their Rise Rush gets guessed, say Prof face like some noob, and his Rise Rush gets guessed, he can lose that match. He can lose that match just because his Rise Rush gets guessed and he didn't guess that other person's thing. And no matter, even though Prof is a better player, he still loses just because of RNG, right? So that's pretty much my thing about PvP. I just feel like it's too much RNG, and then the fact that there's so many, I don't know, the increase of lag, and then missing inputs. I feel like that's a big thing, bro. I've been watching, there's times where you watch my videos or I'm watching somebody else's videos where I'm actually seeing them sidestep, and like the character's actually trying to sidestep, but it doesn't actually proc. And like, they can lose a unit like that. Lag switching, bro, like, that's just so annoying. Like, you're facing a lag, like you lose off a lag because someone's lag switching. DC, like a draw hack where you're beating up the opponent, next thing you know they draw hack, so you don't even get the RP for that, which is annoying. I don't know, man. I just feel like I know they implement like this whole anti-cheat system, right? I remember I covered a video on that, so hopefully that actually really works. But I just don't know, man. I just feel like our PvP right now is not really the best. It's not really the best right now. Just for playing, like, I don't really care, like the meta, I don't really care about the meta. More say you're always gonna have a meta that you hate. It's more of just about PvP is more RNG based. There's gonna be games where you lose because of RNG, and I feel like that kind of just hurts. Like, it's like, man, you could play so good and RNG just not on your side. just not on your side for that match, and you lose just because of RNG, not because you played bad, right? So kind of my thing, like, and I remember Prof was talking about how they wanted to, like, they was thinking about implementing like a training thing where you can actually not this, but they was actually going to implement a thing where you can, like, you know, say in fighters where you can actually practice, you can actually like have a bot do a certain things and you can like get better at it, right? But they don't want that because they don't want people to be too good at the game. That's what they literally said. That's what the devs literally told like the higher legend YouTubers, right? They don't want people to be too good at the game because they want it to be RNG based. They don't want to have skill. They're trying to limit that as much as possible, bro, because that's not what they want this PvP to be about, which actually kind of makes no sense. But that's just kind of my take on PvP. Really RNG, you guys can tell there's so many more RNG. That's why when people be like we should have guaranteed rise and rust, they don't want that. They don't want to be all about skill. They want it to be RNG. That's what you guys don't understand, is like having a chance of getting 3 rise and rust or 2 rise and rust. That's all RNG. They want that in the game. Like, you guys don't understand that. But that's kind of my take on PvP. I feel like hopefully this anti-cheat system kind of, you know, slow things down. I've seen a lot more cheaters. I see a lot more lag switches, draw hackers, all that stuff. You know, PvP is really RNG based, really more about RNG than skills. There's definitely some skill in there, but I feel like RNG just weighs it way more. Like I said, there's so many game elements in there that's solely based on RNG, which, you know, is kind of sucks. But yeah, let me know what you guys think on PvP right now. Honestly, that's just my take. You guys pretty much heard me. I kind of repeated myself right now, but hopefully it gets better. I really want it to get better. They have an anti-cheat system, so they kind of know the problem. I just really want the game. I want PvP to be healthy because that's what Dragon Ball Legends strive from, right? That's kind of one of the reasons why I play this game, because of PvP, and I can face against other people online, right? And if that mode is not really the best, then it's kind of like, well, dang, like, you know, like, it sucks. Like, you know, you summon all these new units, you want to play against other people using that new unit, right? And the PvP mode sucks, and it's hard to, you know, it's like, why you're playing the game. So hopefully it gets better with the anti-cheat system that they have. And yeah, that's pretty much my gripe on PvP. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. I'd like to interact with you guys, see what your guys' thoughts on PvP as of now. Hopefully it gets better. And yeah, man, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, then we'll Greenruff, man. And I'm out. Peace.